I'm excited for this one. It's going to be nice and chill. It's going to be fun to experience and check out. And I hope that it is an enjoyable viewing experience as well. It's not exactly going to be anything super flashy, but it'll be a pretty fun trip down memory lane. And it also gives me an opportunity to try out a controller that I haven't tried out yet. So, yeah, it'll be a good time. Let's celebrate the anniversary of the greatest video game of all time. Let's get right into it. Elope pals, I am JoeDan54, and on November 17th of 2025, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga turned 22 years old. It's now the early morning of November 18th, so a little late on this, fashionably, typically. But nonetheless, we are here to celebrate this legendary anniversary. I've done this. This is my third year doing this. I'm not going to do a stream like this every year. It's more of just when it coincides with my stream schedule, which this originally wasn't going to. But then, you know, I got a new job where streaming on Mondays is actually more convenient. If this current stream schedule holds, the next time I'll be doing a Superstar Saga anniversary stream is actually going to be in 2028, which is going to be a special one because that will be for the 25-year anniversary for the game. That will be when the game is turning as old as I am right now, which is ridiculous to think about. My plan for that one is definitely to get friends together to play the multiplayer of the Mario Bros. Arcade side game. But for today, we are going to be going solo and just trying to get super far and get a high score. And yeah, it's a classic for me, so I'm excited to get right into it. And try out a controller that I've had for a little bit that I haven't really been able to apply for much of anything. I actually got it primarily for GBA games that I wouldn't be playing on original hardware. And this happens to fit that description. I got this earlier this year. I think I actually got it the same time that I got my original DS, which now has a capture card in it. The one that I was able to utilize during the memory link that I did during the Black 2 playthrough. But yes, I have a Super Nintendo controller that is compatible with USB. And more specifically, it is the Super Nintendo controller that comes that is designed for Nintendo Switch Online. Which is why it has these ZLZR buttons that are here. And, you know, the Switch interface and all that. I say it's mainly meant for GBA emulated stuff because, well, I mean, I would potentially be using it for Super Nintendo emulation as well, and there is at least one Super Nintendo game on the backlog that I would intend to play on emulator. But it would more commonly be used for GBA stuff, because that's just, it appears more often in terms of streams and on the backlog, and it's what we're doing today. So, yeah, let's get right into it. For those who may be newcomers, who've lived under a JoeDan54 rock, don't know anything about me, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga is my favorite video game ever made. It is an extremely, extremely important video game to me. And the past couple years, I've done... Oh, you son of a bitch. No. We're not doing that. That makes... that screws up OBS sometimes. We're not taking that risk. If I can play this without the need for that, then that's what we're doing. There's something new to play. Oh, right, they added Klonoa. This is a little loud in my ears. Let me drop that audio. Shout out to Red Rescue Team, by the way. Hold on. There we go. That should help. There's my fucking goat. But yes, in 2023, we did an entire month's worth of Superstar Saga related segments. I did 2 streams of a prototype of the game that had surfaced just before that month. Which made for some really fun streams. There's a really good clip on the channel of me hitting the forbidden block, let's say. And there's some really funny stuff that's in that prototype. At first, I thought there wasn't a whole lot, but fortunately, through the use of some hacks, you can reach some other areas in the game that would otherwise either be next to or completely impossible to reach, and see a bunch of other new cool shit. The 20-year anniversary stream itself was the first half of a full 100% playthrough of the game on NSO. I believe we played all the way through the Mom Piranha boss fight, and in 2024 we picked up from there and played all the way through the end of the game. Those were both some pretty long streams, naturally. Superstar Saga isn't exactly the longest game ever made, although to my child brain, that was, you know, I'll talk about this more when I play the game on Nostalgic Throwdown, spoiler alert. But basically, you know, when I got Superstar Saga as a kid, and I was 6 years old, I got a Game Boy Advance SP, and Superstar Saga was one of the games that came with it. I was used to games that today I could beat in one sitting very easily, you know. Stuff like the Super Mario Brothers trilogy, Solomon's Key, you know, Nickelodeon Flash games, you know, stuff like that. Those were the games that I was used to. And so you throw in a full-length RPG in my hands, even one that is, you know, on the shorter side, and it's longer than I could have ever comprehended at the time. Again, I was only 6 years old, and my view and experience of gaming was very sheltered, and you could argue it still kind of is sheltered, and that's what the backlog is seeking to try and rectify. Is, you know, I have a rigid order of games and gotta play and complete them all. And there are some picks in there, especially later on, that are definitely going to broaden my horizons, which I'm very excited for. But then there are some classics, ones that I'm always going to be coming back to. I play Superstar Saga every year, whether it's on stream or not. There are a lot of people who, you know, their favorite game they play annually, and that's more or less what I do with Superstar Saga. And I have lots of ideas for streams of this game to celebrate it, to do stuff. I would love to try out speedrunning this game. Unfortunately, the speedrun for this game requires a physically painful amount of button mashing, which isn't exactly unique. There are a lot of speedruns out there that require a physically painful amount of button mashing. But it's particularly apparent in Superstar Saga, because you use it to mash through dialogue, but you also use it, basically the main attack that you use in Superstar Saga speedrunning is Chopper Bros, more specifically the non-advanced version. and the amount that you can mash is extremely important to your damage output, even more so in a speed run, because of how low level you are. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. We should head into the game. At least have like music in the background while I'm talking. I can probably lower that a bit. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, I would absolutely be down to try and speedrun the game. There's this absolutely insane glitch that you perform. Basically, the way that the game breaks wide open is the moment that you have the ability to dig underground with Luigi. Where you can do this trick with the barrel on the overworld. That's also how you unlock Chopper Bros, by the way, because Chopper Bros is linked to Luigi Dunk. But there's this glitch that you can do on the overworld with a barrel, where you kind of break it right as Mario tries to jump on Barrel Luigi. And that makes the game freak out and start screaming in pain. And the entire screen gets covered in a garbled mess of pixels. But it also allows you to glitch the action icon states to access action icons that you would not normally be able to have at that point in the game. Stuff like hand powers and other stuff. And you can also use it to, like, up-warp to the top of the screen and bypass obstacles. So you can reach Teehee Valley early without even needing the super hammers. Basically, the moment that you get that glitch, you get access to that glitch, which you can do as early as once you enter Chucklehuck Woods. You can head straight to Teehee Valley, which normally the way that you progress in the game is you go to Chucklehuck Woods. Let's actually hop into a save file to demonstrate it. Here's the save file that I didn't realize I maxed out my coin count. Forgot about that. Let's open up the map. So, normally after Chucklehuck Woods, you go then to Woohoo University. And Woohoo University leads you to Oho Oasis. You travel your way along the seabed to make it back, go to the Bean Bean International Airport, and then from there, upgrade your hammers and enter Teehee Valley. But that's not all, because after you're done with Teehee Valley, you make your way to Little Funky Town, and following that, you have to go to Gafaha Ruins to revive Mario, and then that triggers the Beanstar quest, which starts back at the castle. Bean Bean Castle, that is. And the first Beanstar piece you go to is also in Teehee Valley, so you go to Teehee Valley a second time. That leads you through the seabed to Guarhar Lagoon. Then the other three Beanstar pieces you have to get, respectively, in Harhal Studio, Yoshi Theater, which involves going all around the Bean Bean outskirts, and Chucklehuck Woods. So you go there a second time as well. You get all the Beanstar pieces together and go to Joke's End. Then you end up in Teehee Valley for a third time. And from there, after you're done with Teehee Valley the third time, it triggers the end game where you can go to Bowser's Castle, where the save point is right now. The speedrun, once you're able to access the barrel storage glitch, you can sequence break your way all the way from the beginning of Chucklehuck Woods the first time to the boss fight at the end of the third Teehee Valley encounter. There are theoretically only 3 boss fights that you have to do in order to beat the game. Drag-a-Ho-Ho, because that triggers the ability to use Blablanadin, which is your method of transportation to get to Bowser's Castle. And also your way of getting out of Bowser's Castle after you beat the final boss. Popple and Birdo, which is the fight at the end of Teehee Valley 3, which then triggers the end game. You need to do that to trigger the end game. And then Cackleta's Soul, which is the final phase of the final boss. Theoretically, there's the only 3 fights that you need to do in a speedrun. There aren't ways to skip every single one of the other fights, but there are ways to skip a lot of them. Especially after Chucklehuck Woods. Like, after Chucklehuck Woods, yeah, you skip right to Popple and Birdo, and then you enter Bowser's Castle, and there's this little escape door that you're meant to only leave out of, and you can use the glitched state of the action icons to upwarp your way to that escape floor and go through the opposite direction, which is pretty funny. You can basically skip all of Bowser's Castle and make your way to the final boss. Right off the bat. I have no idea how to actually perform the glitch. But it is pretty cool. And you know what? I'm actually... There is one glitch that I do know how to perform. Actually, there's two. So, I would say a fairly well-known trick is that when... so, Mini Mario, right? You can't high jump off of Mini Mario. Just doesn't work. He's too small. In most cases, in the game, if you were to try and do this and then press A, Mario would, you know, hit Luigi in the crotch, and you'd actually get a coin off of it. Luigi would lose HP as you do this, but it would be a way of farming coins, which is very funny, if you happen to have the mushrooms to keep Luigi healthy. Because once he's at 1 HP, it doesn't work anymore. I like to think that it's inspired by Mario's up special in Smash Brothers. However, if you do this after beating Fawful in this area, it soft locks the game. I don't know why, but yeah, if you try and do that after beating Fawful here, it soft locks the game. And there is one other glitch that I do know how to perform. It's just a silly little, like, positioning glitch. But it looks very funny in a lot of situations, so I do want to show it off. It's most easily done in Little Fungi Town, so I'm gonna head there. This actually isn't what I planned on doing for the stream. I just wanted to show these two glitches off because they're funny, and I want to just show off cool things in this game. Maybe at some point I'll do like an anniversary stream where I just do a full-on glitch showcase. That would be pretty fun. The Super Nintendo controller is working pretty well, by the way. I think there's a little bit of input delay with it, but at least in terms of functionality for GBA games, it's working fine. I could probably get used to the delay, too. I was also considering using my Joy-Cons with the grip for this, but those are out of battery, so... because I forgot to charge them. But it's fine. I wanted to use this one anyway, I swear. Alright, where is this glitch best done? I know it's best done in Little Fungi Town. I'm trying to remember where exactly it's best done. Basically, these diagonal edges on those little mushroom things, there's Popple doing community service. Where is it? I feel like I'll recognize the area once I'm in it. Is it this area? No. No, it wasn't. Okay. Oh, come on. I can make that jump without using a spin jump. Come on. Damn it! Yeah, that's how it's done, baby. I think you can do the glitch off of here. Basically, these diagonal edges here, you can do some interesting things with this bros move here. I think on certain ones. Maybe not all of them. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm trying to remember. Okay, it's not this one. It must be specific to a certain one, then. Interesting. Or maybe it's this one. Oh, it's this one, it's this one. It's gotta be this one. Or is it? Interesting, okay. Ah, fuck, where is it? I remember there being some really funny, like, warps and shit that you can do, like, visually with this glitch. Damn it! Which area was it? There's no way they patched them, right? No shot. I don't think they would have patched them, right? Because like the any percent world record speedrun right now is one that was performed on Switch. So if they patch shit out, I don't think that would be the case. Where the hell is it? I'm trying to remember where it's done. I could have sworn it was here. Or something to that effect. Basically, you can use that move to, like, wedge yourself into an area that you should not be able to. And it causes some fun. Oh! Here, maybe? No? Yes? No? Alright, I'm looking this shit up. That was so cool. My keyboard wasn't working. Okay, I think I got it. Alright. So I did have the right idea. I just think I wasn't facing the right direction. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Alright. And now, let's watch some sparks fly. Hey, Mario. What's up? There's a way you can make him, like, fly off screen. I'm trying to remember how it's done. Oh, damn. Oh. There we go. Let's see that again. There he goes! Oh, and now we're over here. Awesome. And now we're back to normal. It's a completely non-destructive glitch. Okay, I just wanted to show that off. That's a lot of fun. Now let's see here. Oh, oops. Reset game, please. Thank you. Nintendo! Alright. Now, let's go in there. Can I get rid of this fucking message, please? Thank you. Get that shit out of here. So funny enough, my first exposure to the Mario Bros. Arcade game was the Versus multiplayer mode in NES Mario 3. What the fuck? How did I not collect that coin? I got scammed. That's some bullshit right there. What was that? Did I happen to screen wrap at the same time as the coin, and because of that, the coin wasn't a solid object? That's some, like... that's some, like... My atoms aligned just the right way, so I fell through the chair type shit. But yeah, so that was my first exposure to it. And we would usually trigger it by accident. This was the first time that I, you know, was really going after it on purpose. And, you know, I first heard it, actually... Shit. Nice, extra life. Always a good sign whenever you get that before the first bonus stage. This is where I first heard Mario going, "Oh, Mamma Mia!" on GBA when he dies. I'll talk about this more when I play one of the Mario Advance games on the backlog. But people are really fucking stupid when it comes to their inability to handle Mario speaking in video games that aren't named Super Mario 64. Like, for some reason, Mario 64 gets an exception. In all other Mario games, especially the GBA ones, because those are second-class citizens, if Mario talks in those games, it's an affront to humanity, and it needs to literally be modded out of the game in order for the game to be tolerable. That's what Vinny did when he played the E-reader levels in Mario 3. I do not have such weakness. But if it's Mario 64 and Mario's talking, oh, he's just a fun little guy, bing bing wahoo, right? Those are the Mario voice lines they grew up with. They get a pass. But the moment Mario starts saying just what I needed instead of, "It's a me, Mario," it's over, man. An intolerable video game. Anyway, Mario Bros. Arcade. Featuring fighter flies. I don't know if that's actually what they're called in Mario Bros. Arcade, but there's an enemy in the first area, the first proper area of Superstar Saga, that is pretty clearly based off of Ripcoin. Clearly based off of these enemies, and it's called Firefly. And then there's an upgraded version called Superfly, which is a great name. Oh, God, I cannot make that guy go to the left. Nice. I farted the fire, too. This game gets very chaotic once, you know, every level hazard starts getting involved. But yeah, the top score before we started playing this was 20k. I don't think we'll have much trouble topping that. Yeah, you know, my previous Superstar Saga streams... My previous Superstar Saga streams were both very, very long streams. I think together they were each, like, 6.5 to 7 hours. Like, each. And this one's gonna be a fair bit shorter. So, it'll be nice being able to celebrate, you know, the greatest game ever made without exhausting myself. I also do not have the fondest memories of last year's anniversary stream of Superstar Saga because I was still having CPU problems that were causing the stream to die. Basically, my computer would... It would, like, it would restart on its own, or it would, like, freeze completely and require a restart. Holy shit. You have to be ready to watch for the green fire's movements, you know. And the red fire, which is now showing up. Oh, this guy's fast. Oh. And as you might expect, yeah, there were problems that stream with the CPU. Of course, last year, around the time that I was doing the anniversary stream for this game, was also close to Brothership's release, and Brothership's, the Brothership streams were also heavily affected by my PC's problems. Oh. Which I didn't end up being able to resolve until around the new year. And it involved needing to get a brand new CPU. But once I did, the issues did get resolved. So I'm glad that... I was able to figure out what the problem was, because while it did end up being a very expensive solution, it would have been a lot more expensive if I was wrong. Yeah, that green fire's movements, really? That's annoying. It does, like... You know, it does, like, a small bounce and then a big bounce. And they alternate, so you gotta be ready for them. I wonder if anybody's maxed out the score in this game, because it only has, it's only got 6 digits. So, curious if anybody's done like a Tetris 999999 max out. 999. Or more interestingly, if the score instead maxes out at 999,990, because there's no way to get a score. There's no way to get an amount of points less than 10. And so in some situations like that, the score isn't even programmed to change the ones digit. So it maxes out at 999,990 instead. That's how Mario 3 works, both on the NES and the GBA. Yes, the platforms are now invisible on the bonus game, but Since every stage is formatted exactly the same, it's pretty easy to remember where everything is. I believe they do also lower the amount of time you have. But yeah. There you go. I think the icicles are going to start falling now. Which is going to make the levels very chaotic. Yeah. There are a lot of hazards to worry about now. Especially because of there being, you know, like there's a degree of screen crunch that happens on the GBA, in that you can't see the entire layout at once, which can make the icicles a little more difficult to dodge. I personally think that just makes it more interesting, because you have to have, oh boy, you have to have a bit more predictability and awareness, and it can make the game more difficult in a way that doesn't feel like complete bullshit. But there definitely is still some bullshit that can happen. Like, as you saw there, like, where did that icicle even come from? Was that on the pipe? I also really like the coin sound in this port of Mario Bros. Claws! It's got a bit of a flair and a flourish to it that make it sound unique and fun. Also, the enemies are going to start getting back up really fast, so I'm going to need to be ready for that. PAL blocks are there in the event of an emergency. I believe there are ways to... Oh, wow. I made him loop on the top. I believe there are ways to get rid of the icicles before they, you know, they form completely. Like, I think if you touch them while they're forming, they like, melt and they don't fully form. I'm not 100% sure on that, and I don't want to test that out because that would mean costing myself a life. Down. Somehow, the platform I end up slipping off of is the one that isn't coated in ice. The quicker you beat the stages, the less time that hazards, especially like the red fire, have time to form. You get a lot of points for killing the red fire. You get 1,000. But the red fire is very dangerous. I think it can travel between floors as well, which the green fire cannot do. So it's rather dangerous. Oh! Bad jump. That could have been a combo. There have been a couple rare cases, like especially early on, where I've been able to get 3 in a row and get like a 3,200. Pretty hard to do. Not something you can do this late. Oh, shit. Here we go. Nice, I got it. Alright. Just be patient. Whee! Ice is slippery. Okay, he's coming over here. Got him. Nice. I was gonna say, we get another bonus? Nice. Down to the 10th of a second, I believe that's the exact same amount of time it took me to do the first one. Yeah, those points are very valuable. We're now 21.12% of the way there to a max out. And as you can see, the enemies are starting to get up a lot quicker now. So it's gonna be a lot trickier now. Because of course, if you let an enemy get back up, they get back up faster. They start moving faster. So very dangerous. I don't remember what the crab enemies are called. I think they're called, like, sidesteppers or something. Okay, we definitely do not want a fast crabber. Nope, no crab rave for us today! That's my first life lost. Shit. Okay, it's fine. We built up a number of lives off of the bonus game and stuff, so... Still got a few. But yeah, gotta be careful. And yeah, one thing I learned is that a lot of the older versions of Mario Bros., including the original, the jumping controls and stuff were not nearly as smooth. But, like, yeah, in this version of the game, it controls really, really well. Okay. That's the input delay happening with the controller. I knew it would affect me eventually. Also, that was a really good hit. Oh, perfect. Nice! Okay. Nice. Do you see how fast that red fire is going? Nice. Oh, I almost could have gotten a combo there. Nice. I don't remember if the POW block kills the fire. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Okay, we're fine. Nice! That was good. Okay, that's fine. Oh! Okay. Gotta make a difficult decision there. Oh, that was sick. Did that on purpose to see if I could get both, and I did. Personally, I think that should count as a combo, but it's not up to me. Nice. I love jumps that accomplish multiple things at once. Oh! Limited visibility almost screwed me over there. I didn't see the red fire. Got another bonus game. Nice. Even faster. Alright, 30 phases in. Holy shit. Fuck. Oh, no! That might have been a situation where the POW block would have been warranted. So it doesn't get rid of the icicles. Interesting. I think it does get rid of the fire, though. Yeah, now because of that, all of the fucking... all of the platforms are icy now. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it propagated between phases. No, no, no. Good lord. There's a lot of fucking enemies I'm gonna have to deal with right now. Do one at a time. I believe that bonus game was still giving me extra lives, so as long as I don't lose more than one life between bonus games, we'll be fine. I don't know what my all-time personal best is in this game. I could probably look across my cartridges to see. Jeez, they get up fast now. Okay. Yeah, you need to kill them, like, right next to you, like that. Otherwise, they're gonna get up. Combos are a situational pipe dream! That's how those are best dealt with. Take them out before they even hit the ground. He's gonna get up. Let's just do that. No! The icicle sniped me! Okay, I still have 6 lives, so... Really?! That's some fucking horse shit right there. Well, now I have 5. Because of whatever the fuck that was. Oh. Imagine they do, like, some, like, infinite speed scaling type shit. Where as you get deeper and deeper into the game, the enemies keep getting, like, 1% faster or something. Like, their movement speed, that is. Not necessarily their get-up speed. Oh! Playing a very dangerous game with these icicles right now. There's so many. kill. Nice. Nice. Don't get greedy. That was so bullshit. Bounced off the other fucking enemy and I landed on him because of that. Do you see how underpowered Mario feels when he can't jump on any enemies? Okay, well, I didn't mean to hit that POW block, but I think it helped me out. Oh my god, I didn't realize the icicle was gonna fall that fast. Okay. This is getting out of control. Anytime the game wants to give me another bonus stage would be great. Nice. Don't you fucking dare. Damn. Should have known better than to do that. It's fine. Okay. If I wanted to max out the score, I'd have to get probably past, well past phase 100, huh? Which I know I've never done. Probably never even come close. Nice. Nice! Another bonus game. I have the maximum amount of 3s on my score possible right now, which is pretty awesome. That's about to change. Combo! Hell yeah. Okay, well, we're not gonna fall for this one. Let's get hit the other way. Get you up. Nice. Perfect. About that. There's plenty I could have done about that, but once the situation started happening, there wasn't much. Okay. Oh! Missed horribly there. Maybe I could get this red guy, though. Nice. Beautiful. I wonder if there's strats where people, like, farm points on earlier phases once the red fire starts infinitely spawning. Because there's no time limit. So you can do that for as long as you want. Oh, damn it. Missed. Nice! Made sure to slightly delay my movement there so that this asshole wouldn't come out. Oh! That was such a bad move. I tried to get myself out of danger, but it was not meant to be. Down to 4 lives. No! He's coming back up. Fuck. I wasn't even able to get a hit on him. Get his teeth out, or whatever his angry sprite is. I always interpreted it as, like, teeth. He comes out and he's like... Gotta get those bonus points whenever possible, right? Whenever easily possible. Okay, let's not fall for this same trick again. Just get the easy one. Get the other easy one. Jeez. That icicle sure took its sweet time coming down. That's not the way I wanted you to go. Oh, you asshole! He got up just a little too early. Oh my god. Coming back down is dangerous. Okay, that time I was ready. Alright, hopefully I can do a bunch of deathless phases, because we're in a tough spot right now. We keep bleeding lives. Oh, shit. I killed an icicle. I was like, isn't there a sound effect for that? There you go. That green flame is... Okay, yeah. It's stuff like that where bullshit can happen because of the screen crunch. There was no way for me to see that coming. I would love to at least get 500k. I'd be pretty happy with that. Wait, nope, don't leave it alone. This isn't the early game anymore. Nice. That green flame is a bitch. Gonna come right back over here and I'm gonna get you. Nice. That one other death that I had is making me a lot more aware of... Okay, well, clearly not aware enough. I was gonna say a lot more aware of enemy collisions. Oh my god. So, since I'm on 1 life left, I might as well say this right now. This game, when you get a game over, the game actually does let you continue, I think, once. But, naturally, like most other games that let you continue, you still lose your score. So, okay. We can get another extra life right here. And then we need to start playing a lot more safely. Uh-oh. That's fine. Backup strat. If nobody got me, I know the bonus game got me. Nice. Do you see the fucking icicles? They're rapid firing. Nice. Took care of the fighter fly this time. No, I want to scratch my nose. Fuck. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Fuck. Fuck! Get in there. Fuck. Come on. Okay. Holy shit. Okay, the crab being that fast actually worked in my favor there because he overshot. Fuck. Okay. Nice. Oh, shit. No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Do this. You can use the shoulder buttons to move the camera, but it's a little unwieldy. Alright. Keep going. It's risky. Beautiful. I feel like this setup has been fucking everywhere with these, where it's just like spiny, spiny, fighter fly, spiny. Oh my god. That was such bad timing. Oh, nice! Okay, watch for icicles. Nice. Almost to 50. I don't know if I've ever made it to 50 without using a continue. Oh my god! That was beautiful. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, there wasn't much I could do there. Frankly, I should have gone for one of the POW blocks. Okay. I was not going to be able to get to him that fast. Figured I'd just reset the situation. Well, that was tragic. $49, huh? You know what? I'm going again. And this time I'm locking the fuck in. Oh, they weren't close enough for that? Really? Okay, here we go. Nice! 24! Okay, I didn't realize it was 24 and not 32. That was clean as fuck, though. Doing a combo on the last two enemies doesn't really give you a net gain of any points, because you still, you end up losing a coin in the process, because you don't wait to get, like, the coin from the enemies. Come on. Fuck. Mario's footsteps in this game are also really funny. They're like, he goes like, they're like musical footsteps. I don't know if I'll get a high score or even a level PB at this point, but a second attempt couldn't hurt, right? Nice! That was some swag right there. What am I doing? What is wrong with me? You know what? This attempt sucks. That's enough of that. in the future, I might try and go for a higher score. And you know what? Let me actually... oh god. Okay, hold on. So now, if I go back, I should see the top score on the title screen. What? Does it not fucking save? Are you fucking serious? Or is that just a visual bug? I'm looking that up. Oh my god, dude. These Google search results are fucking terrible. Well, you know what? I suppose another way of checking this would be indeed to get my cartridges and see for myself. So, let's do that. I'll be right back.
Nintendo.
Resetting the game shouldn't fuck up any saves. I don't know what P equals 03 means either. But yeah, let's see. Alright, let's see. Might as well start off with the Superstar Saga, right? In its mini box. Here it is, my childhood cartridge. And also the one I did my Superstar Saga walkthrough on, which is how I started my channel on YouTube. Let's see. I have to be careful. Any Nintendo sounds could be owned by a SoundCloud rapper now, so... No, it shows correctly on my copy of Superstar Saga. Probably won't be able to see this, but the top score on here is 250,480. Yeah. So I don't know why the fuck it didn't save there. It does make me wonder, though, are there ways of, like, resetting and going back to the main menu? Yes, there are. Okay. Maybe I could have done that the whole time. You know what? Let's see. Let's see. Because getting over 20,000 points is not difficult, so... Awesome. Well, it will be difficult if you play like shit, so... Nice! So if I just go through this bonus game and then say on the next stage, just drain my lives. And then press B to go back to the title screen. I should... I should see a new top score. Mamma mia! Now it's there. 31,930. So now if I hit reset... Nintendo. It's still there. Okay, so, in other words, because I didn't press B on the title screen, after getting my other previous highest score, it didn't save. Apparently your high score doesn't save unless you back out of the menu with the B button. That's so fucking stupid. Okay, well, you guys saw the high score that I got. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was close to 500k. Or was it? Maybe it wasn't. I think it was over 400k, though. I don't know. Whatever it was higher than my cartridge PB. Or at least it was higher than my Superstar Saga cartridge PB. Mario Bros. Arcade is not only included in Superstar Saga, it's also in the Mario Advance series. Which, as a kid, I had Mario Advance 1, 2, and 4. And 4 was the one I had for the longest. Because I've had that one for as long as I've had Superstar Saga as well. Oh! Hold on, go back. Okay. So my top score here is 308,510. So actually higher than my Superstar Saga cartridge score. It's gonna be a little hard to show. $308,510. And we have Mario Advance 2, which I probably didn't play much of the Mario Bros. Arcade on this one, but it's still worth checking. Because I didn't have this one for nearly as long. I got this one much later on. Let's see. Top score on this one, 194,390, so I did actually play this one, at least enough to get that. God. It is once again difficult to show this off. There you go. Alright, and then Mario Advance 1, which I've had for a while as well. And Mario Advance 1, by the way, is also fairly early on the backlog, so maybe we can spend the finale stream of that backlog entry playing the Mario Bros. Arcade. That said, I think the next time that we'll actually be going after the Mario Bros. Arcade for serious is actually going to be checking out the multiplayer with friends on stream in 2028. Okay, this one's going to be impossible to show off the high score for, because it only shows it off for a few seconds after you select it, but the one on this one is 137,390, so also nowhere near as high. Okay. So that means that the score that I got on stream today is the highest score I've gotten on any of these ever. I do also have Superstar Saga on Wii U Virtual Console, but I can tell you with very little uncertainty that I have not touched the Mario Bros. Arcade on the Wii U Virtual Console version of Superstar Saga. I also have Mario Advance 4 on Wii U Virtual Console. I can tell you with a similar amount of similar small amount of uncertainty that I've not touched the Mario Bros. Arcade there either, because I don't think I've touched the game at all on Wii U Virtual Console there. That is another game that's early on the backlog, by the way, because the Wii U Virtual Console version has the e-reader levels, similar to how it is on NSO, but of course NSO is merely a subscription service. Meanwhile, you know, I actually buy and own. I've actually bought and now own. Oops. The Wii Virtual Console version. So yeah, that is what I have for you today for Superstar Saga's anniversary stream. Next time around, we will be probably getting some friends together to play the Mario Bros. Arcade multiplayer, because it gets pretty crazy, especially with a lot of people. I think a friend of mine and I, who's been on stream a couple times, like the time I think we played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe together, we played VGM Quiz together, we played Pal World together, where we were at PAX West together, and we tried out Mario Bros. Arcade multiplayer locally, and it was only 2 players, so it was already pretty chaotic and fun, but it was only 2 players, and it goes up to 4, I'm pretty sure, so it should be able to get pretty wild. And yeah, it should be possible to do online multiplayer for Mario Bros. Arcade, because, I mean, whenever I get around to playing Link to the Past on the backlog, it will be through this version. And we're going to want to check out that 4 Swords as sort of a preview and a precursor to whenever we get around to playing 4 Swords Adventures on the backlog, which will be through Dolphin Netplay, which I've actually done with my friends a little bit before. And I think I've said this before, but 4 Swords Adventures, it's a fun game to play with friends. It's not a very good game, though. It's not bad. It's not bad. But it's tedious. But playing it with friends makes it a lot more fun, as you would expect. So, looking forward to that. Looking forward to everything. And for all of the buttons that this controller has, I don't think it has a home button. So I guess we'll just leave it on here. That's fine. All right. That's all I have for you today. Superstar Saga is still my favorite game of all time. The Mario and Luigi series as a whole is extremely important to me, as I've made abundantly clear. And it will continue to be important to me for my whole life. I am excited for the future of the Mario and Luigi series, because Brothership, it didn't sell amazingly, but it sold decently. Nintendo stopped tracking the sales for it for some reason back at the end of Q1 of this year. When they did, it had hit 1.97 million sales. So it's probably hit 2 million by now. I don't know why they haven't updated them since then, but it should be at 2 million now. Hell, it should be probably close to the sales figures that the Thousand Year Door remake had. So if the Thousand Year Door remake's success dictates future Paper Mario games happening in its likeness, then Brothership should have a similar degree of success by Nintendo standards, and should also warrant sequels. Which would be very exciting because, you know, I feel like the issues with Brothership, whether you think that they are significant or largely inconsequential, one thing I think is clear about the issues with Brothership is that they can pretty easily be ironed out in a sequel. Like, these are problems that can easily be solved in a sequel. Especially one that's made, you know, specifically for the Switch 2, and thus can run better, run quicker, better load times. The whole thing about Luigi having to select his moves with A was such a universal complaint that I would be shocked if that doesn't get fixed in a sequel. And, you know, it was also a universal complaint that the game starts out kind of slow in terms of trying to engage the player, which is probably the most difficult flaw for them to fix in a sequel. But I think they can do it. But regardless, yeah, the entire series is just legendary to me. I will be replaying the entire series on the backlog. And I'll be doing all of them on original hardware as well. Well, mainly the first 5, just because before starting the backlog on stream, I had pretty recently 100% of the remakes of the 2 remakes that Alpha Dream made. And, you know, we did Brothership as what I like to call a backlog buster. Which is to say, it was such an important high priority game that a 100% playthrough basically overshadowed any importance of any backlog streams. And I probably wouldn't have even done that Smash Ultimate stream on Black Friday last year, except for the fact that it just worked well with the friends that I wanted to bring along for that specific day, so I figured I'd take advantage of that opportunity. And that was, by the way, also around the time I was still having PC problems with freezes and restarts. But none of those happened during that stream, which was very good because I did not want my PC to be crashing and shit and have to make my friends wait while I fixed it. So, yeah, that was lucky. But yeah, and I mean, I'll be playing all of the Mario RPGs on the backlog, starting with the original, Legend of the Seven Stars. So, looking forward to all of those, and not much else to say. Really. So for future streams, this Friday, we will be returning to Pokemon X. That Saturday, we're going to be doing Geometry Demon Grinding, and I'm taking all of next week off. Meaning that I can do a stream on Sunday night instead of Monday night. And we will do more Pokemon X on Sunday night. Then next week is, of course, Thanksgiving week. And that Black Friday, we're going to do another Randomizer Holiday stream. And it's going to be the end of Super Mario Galaxy 2 on Randomizer Holiday. That Saturday, the 29th, we'll be doing a level request stream for Geometry Dash. And then that following Monday, December 1st, we'll be heading right back to Pokemon X. And then that weekend is when Metroid Prime 4 comes out, so we'll be streaming that on the launch weekend. And yeah, that'll be very exciting. This weekend, I'm going to probably get my pre-order set up for Metroid Prime 4. I have I generally agree with a lot of the people that say, you know, they don't like pre-orders, they don't think people should pre-order. I understand that. But I think there are exceptions to the rule. As long as you're not, like, pre-ordering everything, I think it's fine. I pre-order, like, one game a year. This is that one game. So, yeah, very much looking forward to it. I think I've said this before. I'm also going to need to get a high refresh rate monitor so I can play Prime 4 at 120 FPS. Very excited for that. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I love Superstar Saga. I hope you love Superstar Saga as well. And I will appreciate it forever. And with that said, keep looking forward. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.